What is going on, everyone? Mystic from Mystical Tomes, and today we're going to be doing a brand new type of reaction. It is from 30 Scary Moments Caught on Doorbell Camera, Volume 1, from the YouTube channel, from Creepcaught. If you guys enjoyed my reaction, my commentary, my feedback, what I have to say, what my 2 cents are, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and bell notification in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And without further ado, let's get started. Freaking banshee over there.
Welcome to Creepcaught. In this video, we'll be looking at 30 creepiest moments caught on a doorbell camera. A man in a hoodie approached a camera in Smithtown, New York, and snatched it. The owner asked the man what he wanted, and the man replied that he had returned to his room and closed the door.
What do you want? Peace. Too late for that. What? Too late for that. Too late? When you stole from me, you started your own war. Too late for that. So it's too late for peace? You had a chance at peace. You had that night, you could have made peace, but bring him up, get back, you stole. When you stole from me, you started your own war. So we are at war?
I like to freaking first say drugs are a hell of a thing. Don't get into them. And secondly, once you freaking start your own war with neighbors that just wanted to be left alone, you always got to be wary of the quiet neighbors. Okay? 50% of the time, they just want to be left alone. The other 50% of the time, they want to be left alone, and then when you steal from them, they basically just start an all-out war like John Wick saga. And, yeah, no. Just keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch other people's things, and you'll be good to go.
Good night, sir.
You can clearly tell this guy's on something. I'm not trying to talk that much, but this guy, he said, you stole from me, you started your own war. And this guy comes right back out after having the Lion King music blaring outside from his apartment, or sounding out from his apartment, I should say. And now he's trying to really debate himself. Should I steal the second camera or not? Well, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. We'll find out.
So if it's blue, it doesn't rain? I guess that means you're hearing this? No, do speak. Okay, so there's wine, cheese, and crackers across the hall if you're interested. Nah, we ain't no rats. We just don't want cheaters, liars, and stealers and thieves. Have a good night.
He returned with a towel wrapped over his head and something sticky affixed to the camera to shake the video. The owner called the cops and filed charges against the neighbor, who was later arrested. This individual is the epitome of a bad neighbor.
Yeah.
Raymond Hawkins, 45, opened the door to a...
Just to say that guy's the epitome of a bad neighbor. I've had neighbors like that, not nearly like that caliber, but always started just petty grievances for no problem. I was mowing my lawn too loud. I was using too much water. They tried freaking calling, the freaking housing, freaking, the renter people for freaking on-post housing. They tried getting me in trouble, and that's what they said. Never had a problem with anybody. It's just, they just want to ruin other people's days and get other people into trouble. And most of the time I just say, you know what? Let them try getting you in trouble when you have everything documented. That's the best thing I could say.
A delivery driver dropping off a parcel on May 1st, 2020. When Raymond went to pick up the gift, the delivery man attacked him with a knife. Three more masked men pursued Raymond and his wife from behind, muffled cries echoing from the house as they struggled.
That is crazy, dude. I can't stand people that try doing that. That is breaking and entering, possibly kidnapping, assault, battery, possibly with a deadly weapon. I'm not a cop. I'm only assuming what those charges can be trumped up on, since they have video evidence, and it's a really good video evidence too on top of that. But I never trust anybody delivering my stuff, unless I actually track them on Amazon. If you see an email on there saying your Amazon package, while you didn't buy an Amazon package, this happened to me. If you see something on your email saying you have a parcel or something that you did not buy, do not see it, that is phishing, or it's a farming frickin' bot trying to get your personal information of where you live and trying to get everything about you. And I just have to say this: if you didn't order anything, delete it, report it, whatever. And if anyone shows up and you don't have a package, don't answer the door and call the cops immediately, because it's not worth you or your significant other or your family getting hurt. This is just common sense stuff. And while these guys didn't know, I wouldn't have expected this, and this would probably been the same outcome for, me. I was like, oh, okay, I got a package, but a little bit more common sense here, and I really hope the family's okay.
One of the culprits, Anthony Laskeels, was detained, while Christopher Sargent was charged with aggravated burglary and having a weapon in his possession. The other two suspects were never caught. In this video,
I really hope they catch those other two suspects, man. Because you know what? There's always that one type of frickin' perp, or the perpetrator, or whatever you want to call them nowadays, that always slips up. And when they always slip up, you know what happened. You already know. When there's a perpetrator of some sort and they mess around and they play stupid games, that you're going to win stupid prizes, and then the law enforcement's going to gradually get you, or you're going to get somebody that's going to take the law in their own hands, and you're going to basically get someone like Liam Neeson or someone like the Punisher, and they basically exact their own type of revenge on you. So don't do that to freaking good freaking law-abiding citizens, because they will put you down and they do not care. They do not care. Just saying, don't do it. It's not worth it, and it's immoral, so just don't do it.
You can see a young man who appears intoxicated, smashing his body into the home wall, groaning loudly along with the loud body slamming.
That's a hell of a sturdy door.
No one in the home was awakened by it. He then throws himself back onto the balcony and stays there, moving his hands around in an attempt to get up.
I'm just in awe with these people.
We have never met this man, and we have no idea what his objectives were. In the middle of the night in Phoenix, Arizona, a man armed with a sword,
I was about to say, dude,
entered the porch and began to steal items from the outside patio.
does this guy think he's like frickin' Christopher Robin? Frickin' Winnie the Pooh now. Does this guy think he's Robin Hood, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor? Because that frickin' timeline's long gone, my guy. And secondly, I think that's just a piece of metal that's just tapered off to a point. Just my opinion. What do you guys think? Because you know what? This kind of stuff is like really, really sketchy when you see it in a night vision camera, especially a Ring camera, and you're not expecting it. If I saw this, I'm like, okay. I'm calling the cops now, because I'm making sure my door is heavily fortified, and I'm not going to make sure it's just something to easily break through. But this kind of crap right here needs to stop. That guy really looks like he's trying to hurt somebody. If you're trying to break in, you're not trying to hurt anybody. That's kind of a last resort, or you're actually trying to. So it's 50-50 on what their intentions are.
A car passes by, but the man ignores it and walks away with his bag of stolen goods and the sword under his arm. It is a good thing the homeowners didn't come out to see the armed man in front of the porch, as otherwise things would have taken a more twisted turn. Kiro 7 News reported footage of 3 masked guys following a homeowner inside his home. The burglars saw the Ring camera and tried to remove it, but it continued to record. They then broke in and stole a laptop computer, a pocketbook, jewelry, and $3,500 in cash. They have yet to be apprehended.
I just don't know why people do this. It's just, I'm not trying to smile over it. It's very unfortunate kind of thing. But at the same time, it's just like, you're being recorded. That's usually supposed to deter people that steal or people trying to do anything else. If you saw in the previous type of video I did on there, there was a guy that was schizophrenic, and he was mysteriously like disappeared, and he wanted to really assault this woman who was minding her own business inside her home, and her husband just so happened to look on the freaking doorbell app. Excuse me. So happened to see it on the ring doorbell camera thing, whatever you want to call it, the app. And he asked questions. He's like, well, I want to go inside and do bad things to your wife. And he's like, I'm sorry, excuse me? So it's not a good look. Honestly, it's not a good look at all in the slightest. It shouldn't happen. But like I said, drugs are a hell of a thing. Bad people are a hell of a thing. And it shouldn't happen, but it does.
This doorbell footage shows a snooping neighbor irritated with the home lawn due to it not meeting neighborhood standards.
Oh my God, HOA Karen.
Hello? Knockity knock, knock, knock.
This woman screams the epitome of HOA Karen right here. Your grass is a 1/16 of an inch too long, and it didn't meet the HOA standards of home lawn maintenance or something. I don't know. I had to deal with plenty of these when I was in the Army for dependaponimuses that were in the Army. It was just, they're ridiculous.
Hello?
The woman starts the conversation with a hello and then proceeds to rain on the lawn, which isn't a big deal.
Hi. Hello? Hi. Hi. I'm the neighbor across the street. I noticed that your grass is not standard. Blue, I don't know what it is, but we have a very, it's not like a rule like an HOA, but everyone on the block has, that they use. I know you came in because I just watched you I watched you come in from the store. Hello?
Oh, so you're watching me now? So you're purposely stalking me to know what residency I live in? Ladies, get a frickin' hint here. Alright? If it's not a HOA rule, about face, it would behoove you to walk back into your dwelling, aka your rock or your cave that you dwell in, and basically just go pound sand. That's all I'm going to say. Go pound sand. If it has nothing to do with you and it doesn't friggin' influence your life in the slightest, don't be an inconvenience for other people. That's all I'm saying on that.
I just like to let you know about the grass. I brought some of my own. It's on the ground. I can give it to you. I can slide it on the floor if you want. I just want you to know what kind it is. Okay, well, you know what? I don't have a lot to do today, so I can hang here if you want. If you want me to.
If it's not your property and someone else's, why bother wasting your time like this? And if you have a massive problem with it, you can help the neighbor fix the lawn if it doesn't meet the quote-unquote neighborhood standards. A video from Baton Rouge.
I just don't understand why people have to be so nosy. If it doesn't affect the HOA rules or the housing rules or anything else, like I said, do yourself a favor. Find a hobby. Meet new people. Have Have a social circle of the same type of people so you can gripe about it to yourselves and leave everyone else that live their ordinary days alone. Because if it's not breaking the HOA laws that you guys find as sacred as the 10 Commandments, then you can basically bet your sweet butt that it will not hinder you in the slightest. You just want to be a hindrance to people. And you just basically said at the end of it, it's like, well, I got time. I have nothing else to do today. Probably because you stay at home and you're a housewife. Not saying that's a bad thing. There's just certain particular people. Doesn't matter what they look like. But certain type of people that do this type of crap because it bothers them and it freaking insults them when it's just grass. It's not the right type of grass, but it's just not the right type of grass. It's like, okay, well, no one else is complaining about it except you, so just move on with your life. I don't understand this.
Bush, Louisiana shows a grandfather walking with his 3-year-old granddaughter when a group of stray pit bulls approaches. He is terrified, but does his best to get her to safety before returning outside to ensure the pit bulls leave the area.
That kid needs to listen, dude. Like, I'm not insulting anyone's parenting, but if your grandpa says you need to get back inside because you don't know what the freaking nature of these dogs are because they're strays, I would listen because he's doing that for the betterment of your health and well-being. That's just me, though. And on top of that, those dogs, just to me personally, didn't really look like they were that threatening. They were just kind of curious to know, they walked up to them, and as soon as they see the old man going, get out of here, they kind of just booked it off already. And not all strays are aggressive, but they do have sometimes that pack mentality, and they are actually more crueler than a pack of wolves because packs of wolves kill for food, and dogs have learned the viciousness of men, and they basically kill for sport, and they are not nice about it in the slightest. But to me, those strays were just kind of curious, going, oh, hey, there's a kid on a bike. And you know what dogs do? They chase. So I could see why the grandfather acted like that. So good on the grandfather.
A Redditor was roused by a notice that their doorbell had identified a visitor, but found nothing after reviewing the app. After rechecking the app, the Redditor received more warnings and was confronted with this frightening image. It is difficult to discern whether the individual is male or female, but the shape and distance of the person's eyes are very concerning.
Yeah.
It is not something anyone wants to see at their home door in this day and age. The 2016 Deadly Climbs craze was...
Dude, not even a joke. When the Deadly Clown craze happened, I was in El Paso, and there were sightings, I think, in Houston. There were sightings in where my folks live in Washington State. There were sightings in New York City, New York, all over the place. And it was just like this big, big thing. And you couldn't decipher, or you couldn't, separate which one was legit killer clown or people that were just like the crazy looking clowns that would walk up and just do, what on your deck, like smashing pumpkins or anything like that.
Was likely caused by a clown costume person approaching the front door. The person can be seen tilting their head and walking up to the door almost the entire time, staring directly into the camera. There is a chance something more sinister is happening, and it is unclear if the house owner encountered anything further related to the incident. The Ring doorbell camera begins by showing a random individual on the uploader's property, riding his bike and digging through the person's belongings.
Can I help you?
When asked if he can help, the biker throws a yellow folder onto the ground, which are important documents the owner received in mail. The biker then exits the person's property with his bike and pedals away. This video was taken at 5 a.m. on October 2nd, 2022, and shows 3 guys standing in front of a house's front door, wielding weapons and wearing masks similar to those in The Purge. As one of them notices the doorbell camera, he places his hand over it for the movie's duration.
That's the one thing I'm always worried about. I have to go get a ring light doorbell. Um, just for sheer happenstance, I'm not having the slightest bit of anyone trying to break into my house ever. I'm not going to. If I see it as soon as it happens, oh no, it's the door's getting barricaded. They come in, oh, they better be prepared for the fight of their life because I'm going to go down swinging. If they have weapons, well, if it's my time to go, I'm still going to go down swinging. It does not matter. I'll call the cops. I'll hold them off as long as I can, but I'm only human. So that kind of crap like that, it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be. People get too easily freaking, inspired by movies that they see, like The Purge or something. They're like, oh, yeah, we can do that. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
When the homeowner notices the motion detection notifications on his phone, he turns on the speaker and attempts to figure out who is on his front porch.
Hello? 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 Hello?
When the men do not respond, the homeowner calls the cops. Many assume
Smart.
they were attempting to entice the homeowner into opening the door so they could rob him, but why not try to persuade him to come to the door? When he rang the doorbell, they most likely attempted to pick the lock while the camera was covered and are still determining what they intend to do once they get inside.
That's terrifying.
A Ring camera captured doorbell footage in an apartment in Atlanta, Georgia, of a man trying to open the door with the camera. Unfortunately, the door was locked and the man gave up trying to break it in a matter of seconds and walked away.
Got you on
This
camera.
is a lazy thief who failed not to appear suspicious. A disturbing Ring surveillance footage shows a young mother leaving her 3-month-old son at a stranger's home in Deltona, Florida. Police were able to locate the mother, identified as Melissa Kelly, 33, and she has been charged with child neglect and unlawful abandonment of a kid.
She pushed the baby in the door and walked away.
Kelly said she couldn't care for the infant due to scabies and an infectious itchy skin condition.
I said, you're leaving your baby with me? And she said, yes, it says you're abandoning your baby.
What's her name?
I don't know her name. I have no idea who she is.
She also stated that her daughter is dating the baby's father, but the homeowner was unaware of her daughter's relationship with her father.
She said, your daughter is dating this baby's daddy.
Child welfare officials have taken custody of the baby. Ring doorbell camera footage.
All I gotta say is this. Despite whatever drama the lady and the baby daddy had, the baby did not deserve to be abandoned. The baby didn't ask to be brought into this world. And now, am I saying any political statements on here? No, I'm not. The baby is an innocent, neutral party here. It's a third party. That baby was wanting you to take care of it, or needing you to take care of it. You couldn't stand up to the challenge of that. You couldn't frickin' stand up and be an adult and then actually take care of this said child. You abandoned it to a complete frickin' stranger's house. Okay? That's just kind of messed up, man. That's a whole different type of messed up. I'm not going to get into it in the video, but yeah, that's just messed up.
Captured a woman tugging on a doorknob and beating on the window of a stranger's home on July 6th, 2018.
See the intruder backing up and throwing the full force of her body into the window. It breaks. Then she pulls out
I've actually seen this video already, and yeah, I think she has the cops pick her up and stuff.
the screen and reaches in. The homeowner screams.
What is going on? What is going on?
Hi.
Hi.
Do you live here?
No, I don't.
So why are you banging on the door?
Because my friend was there.
Hannah Nakagawa, a first-grade teacher, was detained and suspected of being inebriated. Her father showed up at the house, and her daughter attempted to enter and apologize to the woman. A doorbell camera and social networks can be lifesavers for people, protecting themselves from intruders, such as a Phoenix woman who witnessed a man successfully kicking down her door, and a woman helping him initiate the robbery. The homeowner was shocked and thought they were looking for homes for sale, but they had cruel intentions. It is unknown if they were ever caught. This doorbell video of a random woman in Vallejo, California, was caught tipping over a rat trap and ringing the door.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought for a split second that was a bald-headed man. As soon as he said woman, I'm like, I still don't see it, but hey, whatever.
Doorbell.
Yeah, I see the tips of those fingers. That woman is a hardcore drug addict. It's a hardcore drug addict. When I used to work at McDonald's a decade ago, you would see homeless people, and I'm not shaming them. I know what the tips of their fingers look like, because whenever they stopped to go get coffee or anything else like that, they would always have the really, really rough looking fingers. Or she's just a hardcore drug user because of her fingertips. Again, I'm not passing judgment on anyone. It's just an observation that I made. You see it a lot here in Washington State. And again, not passing judgment on anyone. That's just something you notice.
She then left leaving rubber bands on the door handle, showing them to the doorbell camera, and dumping plants all over the place.
Okay.
It is unclear if the woman was drunk or mentally ill.
Probably mentally ill.
This man's doorbell camera captured a mysterious figure, walking down the sidewalk across the street. After reviewing the footage, the homeowner asked a neighbor with a camera to check their footage, but their footage didn't reveal the figure walking down the sidewalk. Is this a camera trick or a sign of the paranormal?
It could be that could be very well a paranormal thing. If it doesn't seem fully solid, or the thing in question doesn't seem fully solid, it could be a trick of the camera. Could be paranormal. If there's any other way of testing it, please let me know. And if it's been debunked or approved to be like a real thing, let me know in the comments. I'm actually genuinely concerned about it. I actually wanted to know more about it, but they only gave us like 12 or 15 seconds on it.
Sometimes doorbell cameras have to be in the presence of an intruder for them, not to pursue and invade, as we see in the following clip where these two men had the intention to try and break into this house, but were scared away because the homeowner had a Ring doorbell.
That's crazy.
The footage shows that having an alarm system can prevent break-ins altogether. A doorbell camera caught a man chatting to
That was
himself
me.
while wielding a machete outside a stranger's door. He appears to be speaking to someone while saying he is allowed to wield the blade. The man stays for a few moments before leaving and is likely under the influence. If in this situation, it would be best to call the cops. The homeowner in this video expressed surprise at seeing a snake runner doorbell. Someone in the comments mentioned that the snake was looking for warm shelter as they cannot make their own body heat. It is a good thing no one was there to witness the snake on the door, as otherwise everyone knows what could have happened.
Could have been, yeah. Yeah,
This video
could have been,
was
yeah.
captured by a Ring doorbell camera in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, showing a male hooded figure peering into the homeowner's house windows at the middle of the night.
That is a very sure way of getting shot in the face. Now, I'm not freaking soliciting violence towards anybody, but people that live in very like heavy winterized states that snow a lot, or they live in the outskirts of the boonies or the sticks, however you want to say it. If you try looking in their house like that, they very well may freaking shoot you in the face for trying to break into their house. They'll give you one warning. It's not gonna be a warning shot. They say you better get out away from my house, or the alternative happens. So yeah, just don't do this. I don't understand why people do this. They just do it anyway.
He then starts to leave, probably because he couldn't find anything interesting to steal or harm the owner.
Can I help?
There's no further report on the man, but but we hope no one was harmed and the owner is safe and sound. A Reddit user's
Oh,
doorbell
Jesus.
camera obtained footage of a man talking and babbling to himself. He then knocks and rings the doorbell, jiggling the doorknob and opening the window, while moaning and whispering to himself.
Okay, I was just looking for my dog, Fido. Whoa. Don't have to get all like that and stuff, honey.
As the homeowner threatens to contact the cops, the man becomes defensive and claims he is hunting for his dog Fido. The homeowner...
I don't understand. Do these, like, okay, so back in the 90s, they always had that freaking thing. Don't talk to strangers. Don't go into strangers' cars. Don't be enticed by anybody. So these people that go on drugs, they probably vaguely remember what the 90s was like or some crap like that. And they try saying, oh, I'm just looking for my dog Fido. Do you want to go outside and help me look for him? It's just like, no, you're the one who's stoned or some kind of, no, well, not stoned. You're high on some kind of freaking narcotic, and you're going to sit there and make this BS assumption up. And these people are like, no, I'm not going outside. If I do, you're probably going to get blasted. I'm just saying. You're probably going to get freaking just ate up. So I don't know why people do this. Stay off the drugs, kids.
Was at work when he received a doorbell camera notification and was startled when he opened it to see a woman approaching the camera.
Freaking banshee, dude.
She was either possessed or drunk, but the homeowner hopes she doesn't do anything like this again and seeks psychological help for whatever is going on in her mind. The video shows a woman who is interested in her neighbor's mail. She opens the mailbox and takes
What the
out some
hell is
letters,
wrong with
then
people?
licks the doorbell. It is unclear if the woman was pressed for theft charges or if she got help for her odd behavior.
That's very odd
Some people
behavior.
are just plain weird.
Yeah.
Doorbell footage captured a man trying to steal a doorbell camera in Fresno, California on March 27th, 2019. He took out a tool and tried to loosen it, but it wouldn't budge.
This guy's got to be on something.
He was more successful in the second clip, where he yanked the camera off and stuffed it into a bag. In the third movie, he was unsuccessful and had a backpack full of doorbell cameras.
So anyone who has a Ring doorbell, if you see some kind of dude like this, I'm only assuming, and this is just, I'm speculating here. If you see some dude doing this kind of crap and this type of behavior, he's probably with a group that he writes down all the addresses. He freaking monitors all the houses that have Ring doorbell cameras on there. He takes them off so that way no one could be seen. There's no facial recognition so they can't freaking be seen doing any more crimes. So, yeah, if you see any type of thing like this happening, always call the cops beforehand. If you see, as soon as it happens, call the cops. Say, look, be here as soon as you can, like, pronto. These guys are ripping off my doorbell, my Ring camera. That's the only kind of freaking security thing I have. That's the number one way to get rid of these guys. Now they're getting so ballsy that they're going like, so what, you got a Ring doorbell. I could take it off now. That's just my hunch. That is just my hunch, and that's my response to that hunch. This is scary as all hell, where this guy doesn't fear being seen because he knows he's going to take the freaking Ring doorbell off. And it's absolutely crazy.
As far as I know, this individual was never apprehended. This video shows a man heading to a front door in the middle of the night, but instead of knocking or ringing the bell, he pretends to do so.
Yeah, and there's other people there too.
The headlights of a car are clear, and the driver is forcing the man to walk up to the homeowner and talk to him for what appears to be a sinister reason.
Yeah.
It appears that the driver wants the man to look for someone named Matt, who could have been forced to rob the house, but didn't want to do it, so he faked the whole situation and claimed that no man lived there. To this day, the driver's true motives are unclear.
That's scary as all hell.
In September 2021, a homeowner received a suspicious knock on his door. Upon opening his phone and looking at his doorbell camera, he saw teenagers identifying as CPD or Columbus Police Department. The video shows the man in the front holding a firearm, and the house sitter would eventually access the doorbell camera speaker to question him further.
Can I help you?
CPD, we need to ask you a couple questions.
I'm sorry?
CPD, we need to ask you a couple questions. May you please step to the front door, please?
CPD.
Yes, this is CPD. We would like you to step to the door, please.
These guys watch too much television.
Yeah, bye.
We would like you to step to the door, please, sir. I don't have to show you a badge.
Yes, you do. And secondly, this guy's just watching way too much television. CPD, need to ask you a few questions. You need to identify yourself first, and your department, and let them know what the reason is that you're frickin' showing up at their house unannounced. Just, they watch too much TV. That's it. That's all it is.
Instead of going to the door, the homeowner would contact the police and
Good on
report
them.
2 armed guys at his front door. After a few minutes, the two would try again to get the homeowner to open the door, but when that failed, they would flee before the real cops arrived.
CPD, open the door.
It is unknown if both of them were ever identified. On July 27, 2022, Doorbell News posted this video. Using a large butcher knife, this man is attempting to open a mailbox. Nobody is awake at 1 o'clock in the morning. He takes a careful look here and there before picking up the mailbox lock. He tries to unlock the mailbox, but only manages to pick up the lock after stabbing it numerous times with the knife. He steals the parcel and walks away, since there is a cosmetics kit in the mailbox. That was one large knife.
That was a
I'm
very
excited
big
to
knife.
see what he does with this makeup kit. A doorbell camera captured this footage, in which a guy tries to open the door, steals the mail, and then claims he is in the wrong house.
Why are you in my mailbox?
Oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong address.
No, you didn't.
I didn't get it.
Sorry about that. Oh, no, I apologize. That's all.
Luckily, the homeowner approached him via doorbell camera and inquired what he was doing with their mailbox, to which he replied that he had arrived at the incorrect address, apologized, and fled. Fortunately, the housekeeper caught him in time, as his intentions were not pure.
Yeah.
In
Yep.
this video, we see a horrifying scene as a man, who appears to be disoriented, attempts to enter this woman's house with a knife.
Who is it?
This is a little girl.
Who?
A little girl.
Is he saying little Vaughn or little villain? Isn't that what that sounds like? Little Vaughn or little villain? I don't know. It's weird.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's alright.
He presses the doorbell while breaking in. The landlord then asks who he is. The guy slurs his words and appears disoriented. Because the woman didn't understand what he was saying, she apologized, to which he answered, "Sorry. Don't be sorry. It's all fine." He looks creepily into the camera as he tries to get in. He is then scared off when a lady in the house threatens him. Surprisingly, after the cop examines the film, he is not arrested because the event did not fit the criteria for a crime.
The guy was trying to break and enter into a frickin' home. You have an eyewitness. You have video frickin' evidence. How was this guy not put in jail? I don't understand this. Please let me know. If it's in a more elaborate video, let me know. I'll look it up and do an update video on this.
Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and creepiest one, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. This video is about a potential break-in, filmed from a Ring doorbell camera in New York.
That guy broke through that door fast. All this for an Amazon package. Shake your frickin' head, dude. Not even a joke.
Late at night, a man without a shirt breaks into a residence and smashes the door down. As you can see, he forced his way inside the residence, took a parcel from inside, and fled. He appeared disoriented or under the influence, and there is no record of whether he was charged with this offense, because he stole a potentially vital package and destroyed property. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.
Alright, you guys, this is the end of my reaction video of 30 Scariest Moments Caught on the Doorbell Camera, Volume 1 from Creep Caught. Go check them out. Subscribe to their channel. So far, I'm digging what these guys are actually, putting out for that. I might do more reactions with them. I'll actually try emailing them to see if it's cool with them. If not, then hey, I have something else to, make more content on. But if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed this kind of content, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And as always, I'm Mystic from Mystical Tomes, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.